Dang. I don't know if I've been live for 3 whole minutes, but let me check. I've been trying to figure some things out, so it's just me tonight. My co-host went to the crib. I don't know if I've been live for 3 whole minutes, but so my co-host Oz went live for the night. He left. He had to go in. Um, so we was talking about Katt Williams earlier, and like 100, Katt Williams was definitely going in, like going in. A lot of people trying to say, "Oh, was he funny? Wasn't he funny?" Uh, Dang, they still ain't got it on. Oh, I gotta figure out. It ain't streaming on certain stuff. Anywho, I'm trying to figure out if he funny, if he ain't funny. The stuff that he was saying, the stuff that he was doing, was it was it real? Yeah, it was. He was telling the truth, but for those that wasn't paying attention, he was telling jokes in between telling the truth. So through his jokes, you had to read out what was the truth and what was jokes. Because he was saying, this is what my thing is to do is to be funny. So I'm funny, but y'all got to figure out where the joke's at. And I mean, it's the same thing like how Dave Chappelle do. Like he throw out real life situations, but he turn them to be funny. There ain't too many comedians out here that can do that. Cat Williams being one, Dave Chappelle being the other. Well, Dave Chappelle do it all the time. Everybody used to Dave Chappelle doing it. Most is not used to uh, Cat Williams doing it like that, unless you really been following Cat for a long time, and that's what he do. Tonight is just me solo. I'm not for sure where my producer is. He probably sleep. He worked that third shift, so that's what's going on. Um, I'm playing around right now, just trying to figure some stuff out on my own, camera wise, mic wise, so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that I kind of know, but don't full fledged know, because like the rest of us, if you got somebody else that can do that, let them do his job. But you should always try to seek more knowledge to know how to conduct all the business, especially if it's a business that you're a part of. You should know everything that there is into that business. I don't care what business it is. If you're in the hair salon, you should know how to do some type of hair, some type of form, whatever, just in case somebody don't show for whatever reason. You can hold it down. Point of being a manager. If you're a manager or something, you should know how to do just about everything that whatever it is that you're managing. Like with me, I'm at a tire store, which is an auto shop. Plus, I know how to do the majority of everything in there. I'm up in the front, but I bet you if somebody came in, I can go swap out a tire. You know, I can do a lot of that type of stuff. But anywho, Cat Williams went in on Shannon Sharp. He made Shannon Sharp go like, man, Shannon Sharp, like everybody's still watching him, everybody's still following him, the whole 9 yards. Like he got so many likes and everything is ridiculous. Um, that was my main topic that I wanted to go in on today. I also got another topic with Brandon Payton, the guy that's running for 6th District Alderman. I mean, y'all got to support this guy. He out there, he doing everything that he got to do to get votes, to get signatures, everything else. Now, here's the funny part. That ain't too funny, but whenever a person is scared of you, that's why I kind of went into this Cat Williams thing too. Because when the person's scared of you, they're gonna do stuff to prevent you from speaking, to prevent you from doing everything. So Malele went out there, you know what I'm saying, and she filed some motions or whatnot to try to get Brandon kicked off the ballot. So whenever you try to go out your way to make it your point out of your daily duties of what you should be doing as the current alderman, you making it your point to make sure that this guy don't get on the ballot, to make sure this guy is not running. But this guy's a good dude. He do his due diligence. He do what he's supposed to be doing to make sure his name stay on that ballot. So they just had a hearing Monday. And on Monday, with that hearing, um, his name stayed on the ballot. Needless to say, he's on there. Uh, I'm trying to see right now if he's coming on tonight. He's supposed to be coming on tonight. But his name stayed on the ballot. He's still running for 6th District Alderman. If you're in the 6th District, please vote. You know, Brandon Payton is his name. Good guy, very good guy. He does a lot for that community in that area. He's not calling y'all his constituents because technically y'all are not yet. You know what I'm saying? Until he win that vote. But things that I know, that I didn't talk to people in that area, older Black business owners that have been in that area for years and years and years, wind up telling me some things. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. Let me add Brandon in. He just clicked in. Hopefully everybody can be able to hear him.
It should be.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Brandon. I gotta, I'm not the producer, so I'll be trying to do this stuff. Oh, I took myself out. Hold up. I'm doing this right. Nah, I don't think that's it. I know people can still hear me, but bear with me. Once again, I don't have my producer with me right now. So I'm doing all this solo on my own. I gotta figure out how to make sure we're gonna better hear Brandon. So I'm gonna go live on. Okay, there we go. I believe I got him in there. And I'll do some stuff. Brandon, I gotta see. You know what? I'm gonna go on my live to see if I can hear you talking because right now I don't have everything set up like how it's supposed to be. Unfortunately. This sucks. This sucks. Say something once, B.
Good evening.
Okay. I can't hear you clearly, but I'm trying to go to. Dang, I can't even find it now. That sucks. I'm trying to go to it, man. I apologize once again to everybody. This is just me on my own solo trying to pull this off. It's not going live on there. I guess this is the objective of having multiple phones. Okay, let me see. Say something once, Brandon.
Good evening. I did.
Oh, okay. So, Brandon, so I can hear you. I'm just turning my phone down so everybody can hear us.
Okay.
Yeah. So, with this being said, man, go ahead and let everybody know. So, hold up, before I even bring you in, what's your thoughts on the Katt Williams situation? Because as funny as it is, I kind of put your situation and the Katt Williams situation hand in hand. Reason being, Katt Williams put a lot of people on blast out there, what they was doing and how they was doing it and stuff like that. But a lot of these people responded, but they ain't got no receipts. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I added your situation into that, because I was saying that you're running for 6th District Alderman. Malele Kaz was trying to get you kicked off the ballot, asking for you to have signatures, so on and so forth. She had people going out in these streets trying to act like they was, I guess, police or whatnot, trying to ask people questions and a lot of other stuff to make sure you don't get on the ballot. And I said, when people scared, they do stuff to this type of nature to make sure people don't get on the ballot. So like Katt Williams, they always calling Katt Williams crazy. You know, he on drugs, he on this and on that. You know, but he's telling a lot of truth about the industry and everything. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So that's why Shannon Sharp like did over 60, 65,000. It was high numbers. I can't remember the numbers. I just heard them a second ago, but I can't remember the exact numbers. Um, what's your thoughts and opinion on that so far? And then we get into what we got going on with you.
So I didn't see. I still haven't watched that Cat Williams interview. I've seen clips of it here and there, like on Facebook. But I don't know. There's some truth to what he said. I read some of the responses to it. Like Ice Cube said, you know, he was 100 about a lot of what he said. So I haven't made an opinion on it though.
And, and I'm in agreement with that. He is 100% in a lot of stuff that he said, and out of everybody that's coming out making responses, a lot of them really ain't got no real responses to even say right now. A lot of them want to say, "Well, you let haters hate," or you don't want to say nothing to the haters. I mean, the only one who really responded, I got to say, was like Ricky Smiley. You know, Ricky Smiley responded. Um, who else? It was somebody else that responded, but out of all of what was said, is a lot that came out about Katt. How Katt really did help out a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By not posting it or bragging about, hey, you know, this comedian killed it on stage and then nobody pay him. So, you know, I blessed him with however much money that he did. Now, Deion Cole came out and said that too. Like Deion Cole said, just I asked people how much money Katt Williams really gave out to his community. Like, how much did he really give? He said it's going to be a just nasty amount, you know.
Yeah.
And one thing that most people don't understand is all Katt Williams specials Katt did on his own. He came out of his pocket. He did his own specials.
Right.
Um, he also funded like and paid for like all the comedians he took on tour. Like all that came out of his pockets, out of the ticket proceeds and everything else. He wasn't sponsored by or anything else.
Right.
So once again, things that I'm saying that's you're doing when you're running for sixth district alderman.
True. I don't. I've said it many times, and most people who know me well know I don't take a lot of pictures. I don't do a lot of videos for the simple fact of what I do for people. I don't do it for likes. I don't do it for comments. I don't do it for clout. So um, I don't need pictures. Um, I do it just from the love of my heart. Matter of fact, I mean, there's something my wife would probably wouldn't want nobody to know, but I almost lost my wife because I helped so much.
That's something serious right there, you know. And one thing I can say that I know about you as a person is you do help out a lot of people in a lot of different ways, you know. And you know, a lot of us that do help a lot of people, we're not looking for no payment or no blast me on Facebook. We do it out of the kindness of our heart. We do it because we're doing whatever we're doing and we see somebody need help, so we help them. Or you get this call, somebody actually need help, you actually got the time to be able to go help them. You go out there and you go help them the way that they need to be helped, you know.
Yeah,
And that's one thing that they were saying Katt Williams was doing. You
yeah,
know, Katt Williams seeing people out there knowing they're not going to get paid as a comedian, but they killed it. They
yeah,
killed it on stage. So
yeah,
he's saying somebody else over there. He don't want to do it himself. He's saying somebody else over there. and shake their hand, but when they shake their hand, they got money in their hand, and they just leave it in another person's hand and walk off. Said you did a great job, or you killed it, or you just say a few things, but you keep on going about your business. You keep on moving forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I know you personally. So with me knowing you personally, I can say the different things that you have done. You know, I mean, I hate that you had to go through that with your wife, but your wife know who you are and how you is as a human being. So,
That's how
but
I
I
caught
mean,
her.
everybody is human, man. They don't. Some people don't look at the bigger picture, but when they see it and it's meant for them to walk with you, they do.
True. Um. Well, yeah, my wife does know the type of person I am. I mean, that's how I got her. You know. But when she saw the passion that I had in wanting to be, um, wanting to run for alderman, because and one of the reasons why I'm running for alderman, let's clarify it, is because some of the times that people have came to me and they needed help, whether it was monetary or they needed me to speak up for something and I couldn't, I felt bad about it. And me feeling bad about it, it was because I didn't have either the resources behind me or the people behind me in order to help. And running for alderman for the district will help me have that other support, because I have the support of the common council and this district behind me to be able to help the person that I couldn't help.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna chime in on some stuff that you might know about that you might not know about, but this is stuff that I found out just me talking to people, and I just said it on this podcast numerous of times. Um, and I mean, I guess like they said, it's 2024, so it's time to tell it all of what you know and put it out there because a lot of people ain't putting out there what they know, And I'm all for us helping Black people, but
Okay.
like the Django, you had that house Negro up in there, and you had them other Negroes that was going out there to help catch slaves and bring them back to put them in slavery because they was in a good position. I'm in a good position, so I'm not trying to help y'all because these white folks put me in this position of where I'm at. So I don't want to help y'all, but I'm gonna make it look like I'm gonna help y'all. But at the end of the day, I'm really helping them because they're keeping me fed, they're keeping me clothed, they're keeping me in a good position where I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I talked to a couple different owners down in your district. Some of them I sent your way because I told them that you was running, and I listened to their stories. And these is OGs. Older people that's been in this community owning their own business. That's proud. You know what I'm saying? That raise their kids to do the same thing. I mean, it's certain names that you can say out here where you can see their kids is on the right path and doing the same thing that they've been doing, but
Right.
they being held back by these particular people that's supposed to be helping or that consider their constituents and stuff, but they want you to do your business. If you come to them like, hey, I want to build this business over here in this district, this is your district. Can I get your blessings? Can you point me in the right direction? But instead of pointing them into a direction of, hey, this construction crew over here is owned by this Black company, you should probably deal with them, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm gonna put you over here to these white construction people that's gonna come to you with an offer. And when these people come to them with an offer, the offer is, hey, what you're trying to do is a great idea. And look, this is how we can make it better. So if you wind up making me 51% in your business and you take 49%, we can make this business flourish and be the best business there is. So it sounds good, right?
No.
Pause. Because what these people are doing is they're taking that majority, that 1% is a majority into your company that you're building, that you're spending your money in. Now, this is the other kick in the ass, kicking the nuts per se. These people want you to use all your money to build this business, do all the work, and get everything done. But this company, you're paying this company to do it. But they want 51% stake in your business.
So
And all they saying they bring into the company, I mean, to the business is their name. Now, the reason why it's supposed to sound good is because your alderman, Malele Cox, sent you to these people to talk to these people to get your business off the ground that you want to get. Now, the whole thing is, let's say, for instance, this business to get off the ground and it's going good. Now, these people are going to do something to make it seem like this business ain't right, and they're going to hit your pocket so hard to the point that they're going to buy you out because you're going to feel like the business is a flop. Or they're just going to vote you out because they had that majority vote in your company, because you gave it to them to help get this business off the ground. And now you're out of your own business. And this business is on prime realty down in the third ward, which is part of 6th district, which they're building all that up to push all the black people out from down there because of Pfizer Forum, Brewer Stadium. They're bringing that Grand Avenue back. Trust me, it's a lot of stuff that's finna come through Milwaukee that never did. And that's why they got to push everybody out from that area. But if you got land over in that area, you're destined to get a nice funds, be rich pretty much per se. So if you're down there, why would I want you to be rich? I need you out of there. So I need you to go talk to these people over here to help your business come off the ground, even though you don't need their help.
Right. So that's not something I would have never advised anyone to do. Because if you're putting up your own money, and I've heard that story too, but I don't know the details. So maybe there's something that Cogs knows that would be a rebuttal. I don't see what would have been a good rebuttal for that, but maybe it's something there. I don't know, because I don't know the details of that story, and I only heard one side. But from what I heard of that one side, I would have never asked them to do it. I wouldn't have never, even if they would have came to me with that type of plan, knowing that, hey, this company can actually buy you out, I probably would have said, you might want to talk to a lawyer about that before making that deal.
Well, from what was stated to me, that the saying was, at least you getting something. Exactly.
I mean, you're getting something that turns into nothing.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing. That something can turn into nothing quickly.
Yeah.
Once they see the potential and how much money can be made out of this building, they actually technically use your money. They use your what's the word I'm looking for? They use everything that you had set up, your planning, everything to make this happen, just to take it from you.
And it looked like my phone was getting ready to die.
Darn it, we lost them. But for those that don't know, that's Brandon Payton. He's running for 6th District Alderman. He's running against Malele Cogs over in the 6th District. I only can speak on my own personal stuff that I've been through, the people that I didn't talk to, stuff to that nature. It's a lot of things that we've been doing in that district, in that area, that we reached out, never got anything for. Maybe because we're a nonprofit organization. If it was close to voting time, we might have had got a response. But one thing I can say, I never got a response. I seen somebody else get a response, but they was making money at the event. Our event, we was giving back to the community. We're feeding the kids. We're feeding the kids' family. Some of these kids out here don't get a meal like that, so we feeding them. We put games out there for them to play, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of stuff that we was doing for the community. But if these are technically really your constituents, then why you're not reaching out, knowing that this is a good thing for the community, or you really just don't care because it's not making no profit and can't nothing come back your way in some type of kickback way or whatnot. That's the sad part about it. Just like we said with Katt Williams, I can go on and on and on about the Katt Williams thing because I've been following Katt for a long time. Another person that's been telling the truth for the longest, as far as comedians, is Eddie Griffin. Y'all got to listen to that brother. Like, I'm a comic buff. Like, I love comedy. That's my thing. I watch a lot of it. Um, but with that being said, y'all got to go out here and listen to some of these common sense comics that's telling you real stuff, that's making you use your thoughts. You ain't just going there just for laughs. They making real life stuff funny. So hoping that you enjoy what's really going on out here. And Katt Williams, his whole interview, he was saying real life stuff, but he was making jokes in the same token by saying certain stuff that most people was trying to, like, oh, well, he said this. Why did he say this? Oh, he said he can run a 4-4 and this, that, and other. So him being funny, he had somebody video him in the gym just. But if y'all was watching ATL and y'all seen the Crocodile Man where he played the Crocodile Man, he took off running up the street on that too. I mean, his whole thing is he just making stuff funny, you know. I mean, the one thing I can say, I wish it wasn't black on black. They're comedians. They ain't really supposed to be beefing like rappers. Rappers beef to get paid. But comedians can beef a little bit just to boost up their ratings and get people to start watching them. That's the way of the world now. It's the internet. It's what goes on here. How many likes, how many shares, how many viewers you get. That's really what it's all about when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done, let me try something real quick because I think he's trying to get through on another line. Brandon's trying to come back. So I'm going to send that link back out to him and see if he come back through so y'all can finish hearing about what he's going to bring to the table. But I think he's going to bring something good for the 6th district, man. It's time for some new politicians up in here. There's some things that I heard about the Northridge situation, what's going on over there, and a buyer that bought it and was trying to bring some more life to that area because that area dead. Think about it. When they moved everybody out of Hillside, Lapham Park, and a couple other projects and pushed them out to the Meadows, which one thing I didn't know about the Meadows was all condos that looked like apartment buildings that people individually own, and then they pretty much sold them to places to I want to say Barada got some, which we all know Barada got a lot of different buildings out here right now. And they sold them to somebody else over there. So when all the black people start going out to the Meadows, and right now it's starting to be more Latinos out in the Meadows, they push them all from Hillside to get all the black people from down there out of Hillside, out of Lapham, push them out to the Meadows. Now you out in the Meadows. Now that whole Brown Deer strip, it was a ton of businesses over there. Everybody used to go there. Target got up out of Dodge. US Sailor got up out of Dodge. T-Mobile got up out of Dodge. Brandon, just so you know, your phone is on mute too. Um, it's a lot of people that well, it was a lot of businesses in that area. I'm still surprised Denny's still surviving. They just built a Dunkin' Donuts over there. Walmart was over there on the hill and went and took over the old Lowe's building, but now that is finna shut down also. So it's not gonna be no Walmart on Brown Deer. What else? What else was over there that's gone? Burger King burnt down, so that's not there no more. Rockery Coco's is a sole survivor over there that's been out there for a while. But when they sent all the black folks out there, they took everything away from there. Think about it, when North Ridge was really there, that was a place to be. I remember everybody catching the Metro Link to go to North Ridge to go hang out, had a pen and some paper to go get phone numbers and stuff. Uh, Welcome back, B. I was just talking about different stuff that's this district, how they trying to build that up down there, and how they push a lot of them people from down there and put them out there in the meadows and made them think, oh, we're moving to a better place and it's gonna be a lot better. Got this and that over there, but as soon as they got there, all that stuff was gone.
I would like to see like planning for stuff like that because, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but in my opinion, this affordable housing that we doing for the city is literally building new projects.
Well, affordable housing will be the thing, to be honest. But not just affordable housing. You know what else I want to throw out there, man? When when a lot of us was teens, we had a lot of stuff to do. I remember going to Boys and Girls Club. I remember going to COA. I remember Boys and Girls Club, especially Sherman Park and them having the parties up there. I remember Sherman Park run Crucial Conflict. I remember going to Boys and Girls Club, COA, YMCA, all of them having the Mecca parties and the splash parties, where one, I think it was every other Saturday, he was at the Mecca. Doc B was DJing, and every other Saturday he was at this swimming pool out there. I think it was Hoyt or something like that. I know it's out in Tulsa, whatever that park is in Tulsa, but it was out in Tulsa. You used to go there,
Uh, yeah, that's Hoyt Park.
and man, you used to have a great time when we was kids. But now you almost really can't have no bowling alleys in the city. You can't have no skating rinks in the city. They don't want Milwaukee to have anything. You got to go to Butler, which ain't that far, right up Silver Spring, or you got to go to Waukesha Skate Land. All the bowling alleys is none of them is in Milwaukee. You got South Milwaukee JBs, you got Brown Deer Lanes, you got Boleros, which is in Tulsa. Everything is on the outskirts. They don't want none of our teams to really have nothing down here in the inner city.
And you wonder why the teams are so out of control. We got a police force who are understaffed, under budget, and overworked. Um, I'm glad to see what's going on to help the fire department, but the current administration has failed our city.
I, I agree. I agree. I don't. My bad for the ones that's watching. It's a lag because I'm hearing his vocals on something different, and it's a lag in it. Um, but a lot of them people been in that seat for a long time. and they haven't done anything different in our community. And a lot of voters is just okay with what's going on and ain't thinking nothing about it. They're just like, oh well, they go vote just to go vote. Nothing changed, nothing different. Everybody complaining about the same potholes and everything in the streets, but you ain't got no new blood up in there that's holding that's holding, the mayors or the governors accountable. The aldermen ain't doing nothing. Have them aldermen had their seats and they've been there. They worried about getting their pockets filled, you know. But until you can really say something, and they doing it in such a smart type of way that you really can't hold them accountable for it, because some of the people that they helping out ain't gonna say shit.
Well, I mean,
Period. Point blank.
and I'm glad you did say accountability, something about accountability, because um, me as sixth district alderman, first off, I hold myself accountable when I don't make the needs of the constituents. But secondly, I want them to hold me accountable. Um, that's why I say I'll be the alderman you can reach, the alderman you can touch, because I want them to be able to approach me and say, "Hey, this is going on over here, and I've called. If you called, and I hadn't got a response." One thing, I don't want those type of calls. If I get a phone call from a constituent saying we had this problem, I'm never the type of person who let that call linger on. If it's a lot that needs to be cleaned up and I can't get city workers out to do it, I got a pickup truck. I'll roll up my own sleeves and go do it.
That's what's up right there, because a lot of these aldermen ain't. But let me give a shout out to Kareem Candy. Thanks for checking in. Let me give out to the Rec on Holden. Thanks for checking in. Roe and Sugar Hill. So Sugar Hill is stating, my bros speaking on the importance about Milwaukee. This city is really lost. Facts. It is. Our city ain't done shit in a long ass time besides for making us pay extra taxes for the Brewer Stadium again. This is our second time paying extra taxes for the Brewer Stadium to keep them motherfuckers here. They fixed a couple of streets. That's about it, because they tired of paying for people bills of breaking their control arms and ball joints on stuff for potholes that they refuse to fix. He said it's time for a change, and them seats too much of the same stuff is going on, and a lot of people are cool with it. So basically, what he's stating is the same thing that I just stated. There's a lot of them people that's been in them seats for a long time and ain't did shit. Ain't got to do shit because they know they're gonna get the vote. So if I'm gonna get the vote, why do I need to do any damn thing? I'm not doing nothing for y'all, because I got all my elders that's still gonna vote for me regardless to the fact. Because half of y'all that's out there that's young ain't gonna go vote anyways. So as long as I got my elders that's content with what I did 12 years ago when I first got this seat and I got them to vote for me, now I ain't gotta worry about none of y'all. I ain't gotta worry about the new voters, because y'all not gonna go vote. But I got the ones that just know me from 12 years ago and know I ain't, to them I still did something, even though I ain't did shit for 12 years.
It's about consistency. If I did it 12 years ago and I'm still in that seat, I want to be doing it today. Um, and a lot of people going to say young people don't vote, but I feel like it's my responsibility to show young voters what they'll get if they get up and vote for me. Because we can do this talking all day long, but I'm also a man of not many words.
Tell them what they gonna get.
that lag stopped me. But like I was saying, you could talk all day long. I'm not a man of many words. I'd rather for you to see what I'm doing.
And that's the point right there. That's real life stuff right there. Because most don't show. I haven't seen none of these aldermen do anything in a long time that can come out and say, "Hey, I did this." Say, "Hey, I've been outside." Say, "Hey, I was here." I definitely haven't seen Malele Cox out here in this sixth district, and her sixth district. Uh, the 53206 got a documentary on how bad it is over there. So I still don't see how she got a seat. She got one of the top seats up there. You know, there's quite a few of them I can sit back and talk about that I haven't seen did anything. You know, and this is just being upfront, and this is just from me. You know, like we say, this is straight from us podcast. So I'm talking straight from me right now. There's a lot of these aldermen that haven't done anything for us out here in these communities. They definitely ain't did nothing for none of these kids. Our kids has been let down, period, because the parents don't care about the kids. The city don't care about the kids. The fucking aldermen definitely ain't setting up nothing to help out the kids.
Well,
You
first
know,
off, I I have young kids, um, so that's one thing resonates with me because my children have to grow up here. Yeah, I could tuck my tail and run to Texas, run to um, Arizona just like everybody else, but no, I planted a seed here. My my family loves it here, so it was time for me to stand up and try to make a difference. And where not to make a difference, but the area of the city that I live in, which is the 53206. Everything else around it is a bonus to me because the zip codes around it are doing okay. They're striving pretty good. But if I can make a difference in the part that made national news for being the worst area in Wisconsin, District 6 would be great.
real talk, real talk. Because District 6 surely did make national news about being one of the worst. 53206 being one of the worst districts, period, here. You know, but as you said, we got to do stuff for our kids. I mean, most don't know, but yeah, I'm what you call that single father. I got help on a lot of sides. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to me and my kids, making sure we good. But I got to go cook for them. I ain't got nobody here to help cook for them. So we get to that point. But with it being said, what else would you like to let people know about you? What to expect once you win that sixth district alderman? Like I said, I'm gonna push for the win. I'm gonna keep on saying this win, but speak your words right now.
So as I do my canvassing and talk to people, I have private conversations with them, and any promise that I make, I'm going to stand behind it. And that's with a win or without a win. If I made you a promise when I knocked on your door and spoke to you, that's what you can expect of me.
And there you have it. And there you have it. Sugar Hill chimed in again. He said because a lot of them are puppets, bro, them people, and they don't care. And that's facts. I've been saying that already. A lot of people got a hand up their ass, man. And there's a hand up their ass that's doing this for them. And they speaking the words of what everybody else want them to say. You know, And I mean, honestly, it was something that you said one other time on our podcast. There should be a term in that ornament seat. Well, that shit got to change over right about now because a lot of them get so set in that seat and they comfortable. They ain't got to do shit. Just collect that check. That's it. But they getting paid by us taxpayers, but they ain't doing nothing for us taxpayers. Me, I'm gonna sit back and say I'm tired of paying them motherfuckers for doing shit that. Well, hold up. I can't even say that. I'm tired of paying motherfuckers for not doing shit. That's what I'm tired for. I'm tired of seeing taxes come out of my damn check, paying these motherfuckers that ain't doing a goddamn thing but sitting in their goddamn seat. Ain't did nothing for our community whatsoever. Ain't did nothing for our kids. Uh, I might as well say this is my asshole opinion right now because this is where we at in this part of the show. This is my asshole opinion. There's a lot of these people that ain't doing shit. They in the ornament seat, they got it, they collecting their check, they happy, they got a comfortable house. A lot of them is getting the foreclosed houses, so they buying those. Some of them flipping them. They making their money all the way around the board. So if you're in the ornament seat, you got a lot of different ways at your feet to make money around the board. And you too busy focused on making your money, but buying these foreclosed houses, flipping them, amongst other different things and businesses, and getting some kickouts from other businesses for helping them stay open. But you ain't taking none of that money that you're making to give back to the community, to help our kids, to do anything. Why can't we have a skating rink in the inner city of Milwaukee? Why can't we have a bowling alley in the inner city of Milwaukee? Why can't we have a megaplex in the inner city of Milwaukee? Hell, they could have turned that Northridge into a center that had a movie theater, a skating rink, a bowling alley, all in one, an arcade, all in one. You go out to Southridge, they just built that in inside Southridge, but that's Greenfield. You know what I'm saying? They make it so their kids have something to do. But the only thing that's a problem is that they ain't understanding our kids from down here still flooding out there because at the end of the day, we never commuted. But now we're commuting out here. We never left outside of the 53206. We stayed in our hood. The furthest we went was walking from Keith Street all the way down to the fucking Summerfest grounds. To go walk around the Summerfest grounds, then walk all the way back home. That's what we did as kids, you know. But like I said, when I was a kid, my grandma had me in the Boys and Girls Club. No, my mom's had me in the Boys and Girls Club. My grandma had me in the COA. We did the splash parties. We did the pool, the Mecca parties. It was a skating rink down here, the Palace, but it's gone. Once again, everything that they had down here, they took away. So our kids don't have nothing to do but to run amok throughout our city. And then you got parents that really should not be parents. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about their ass too. They shouldn't be parents. I'm sorry, y'all letting y'all kids run wild because y'all still teenagers yourself. Y'all never grew the fuck up. At the end of the day, that's why half of y'all still going around here saying I got a boyfriend at the age of 40. If you still got a boyfriend and a girlfriend and you at the age of 30, something wrong with you and something wrong with your mindset. You need to change that because all of us need to have growth and development in our life to be able to conduct ourselves in a different type of way, in a different type of business. And that would conduct us to put the right people in office. That would conduct us to show our kids, hey, go get a job. But since you're working, let's put your checks up. Let's make sure you stack your money so when you become grown, you're going to do the same thing with your kid. We need to start having generational wealth amongst us as black people. There's a lot of different things that they don't teach in these schools. There's a lot of different things that ain't happening that only we can come together and do. But a lot of people scared because you got, once again, in particular Negroes that's going to set you up to get taken out because you trying to uplift. We always get took out by our own when we're trying to do the right thing for the right reasons. It's all said and done. And that's my asshole opinion coming straight from me. For the first time doing the Straight From Us podcast solo, my co-partner was here, you know what I'm saying? But he had to cut out. I think he didn't think I was going to get this stuff up running. I don't have his camera up, so I guess it was a good thing. But we was able to do our interview, Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for coming on.
Nope.
The one thing that I talked about that I didn't ask you about was that court hearing you had yesterday. You know, some of us happen to be, know about a few different things. I don't know how much you can really talk about it because you had to be there to know certain things. Um, but I know you got hated on.
Well, it was politicians playing politics. That's what I'm gonna say.
And I kind of figured that. A politician is scared of the small fish. You know, when you're fishing a big pond and you feel like you've been that big fish. When that other fish come up, you got to make sure that fish don't come in your area. So, politician playing politician, dirty game, dirty world out here. The slander is real. Actually, politics started this whole slander and uh what real wise of Hollywood and love and hip hop and all that shit. Technically, that's all politics. Everybody out there slandering, trying to beat each other out. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? They said that on something else that I watched. A lot of this stuff that they say that happens, and matter of fact, I'll find this and put this on the podcast next week. There's a lot of stuff that they said that was going on out here in this world that we look at Hollywood about and P. Diddy parties that's going on in Washington and everything else. They had somebody that came on and said how many politicians been in jail for domestic violence, for drugs, for sexual parties, and a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go too far into that. I don't know. It's just me solo. I don't want to walk outside and get hit by a car randomly. But with that being said, hold on, let me see real quick. Sugar Hill been chiming in, man. I should have sent him a link so he could have came in on the podcast. Pay attention to some of the aldermen are the same people that own back taxes on all these houses and apartment buildings. With example is these as hold on. Is this as a city leader? Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of them. Once again, there's a lot of them that's buying a lot of the foreclosure houses and putting them back out there, and they owe property taxes on them and everything else because they feel like they're in the seat. They know the loopholes to get around it, and that's what they're doing when it's all said and done. Uh, but with that being said, hopefully next week Tuesday we'll be back. We might do another podcast. I got to catch up with my producer and see where we went wrong at and how to get everything up and running. And B, I hit you with the link, right? Have you right back on. Like I said, this was just me testing this out, trying to get everything rolling. You see, I ain't got my headphones on and nothing else. I couldn't get the machine on. There's a bunch of shit that I couldn't get happening, but this I already knew. Search stuff I know how to do. But we made it happen. I appreciate you for coming on, bro.
Thank you for
I'm
having me.
looking forward to having you back on the show. To everybody else, I'm your boy, Mr. Cool Whip. This is Straight From Us podcast. We'll catch you next Tuesday. If you're following us on Facebook, YouTube, IG, I'll let you know if we're going to do another show this week. We just might do another one either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I'm not for sure, but I'm going to find out for sure and we'll make it happen. B, you have a good night, bro. I'll talk to you later, man.